Rogue, you're gonna be, well, I want to get fired, but they won't fire me. I mean, I go in whenever I want. I mean, I get my shit done when there's stuff to do, but, I don't want to talk about my work. It's such crap. So much injustice. Anyway, I want to talk about happy stuff. Okay, Rogue. Okay, I love talking about happy stories. All day. All day. Okay. All day. Yes. Okay. Clutch. Okay, so what happened was, back in the day, I was like, God, this was 18 to 20. And this was when I was dating, beep, 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 beep. And, and I feel sorry for the guy personally, but thank God. Ugh. Anyway, I should probably edit that. But anyway, I'm supposed to speak bad about people. Anyway, so I had the best roommates ever. I had the best friends. These were like the first people that showed me there were actually good people in the world, because they were all autistic and as hell as me too. Well, I'm sorry, artistic. They were all artistic as hell. And so yeah, and they were so bummed because they always forget how old I was, because they were all older than me, and these were all my brothers, man. And I swear to God, none of them got girlfriends until after me and Beep broke up. It was crap because they were awesome dudes. Anyway, so I was living with my boyfriend, and my roommates, I think it was Jesse and Dale at the time, and then later it was Burgess, and I loved Burgess. Oh my God. Jesse, we ain't gonna get, but oh man, all the rest of them, and Dale was the best roommate ever. We're like kids when we're together. We run to every ride at Lagoon, okay? We're like kids. So when I ask, my husband, like, can I go have a play date with Dale? He's like, run along, okay? Yeah, Dale is the bomb. Anyway, best roommate ever. Really big, buff, Scottish dude. Anyway. So, I didn't know who Clutch was. And, I remember, they'd play some songs and stuff, when we all lived together and in front of the detail shop. Oh, no, we lived in the house in front of the car detail shop at mint conditions. And this was a business residential zone, so it was dope. I loved living there. So, loved that whole crew. And we had a guy on the couch and everything. It was crazy. That was Punk Rock Ryan, which he's like an actually really famous artist now. He did the artistry. He was a starving artist. He never talked either. And he always lived off the Muddy Buddy. He'd be like, Mallory, will you make Muddy Buddies? That was the only time he'd talk. So anyway, Punk Rock Ryan. And he's famous now. He did the art for Megadeth. When they bought his art, he blew up all over the world. Punk Rock Ryan. Shy Punk Rock Ryan that couldn't talk to a girl to save his life. I actually don't know if he ever got a girlfriend. I think he lives in Oregon now. Anyway, Portland. But I could still tell great stories for days about that time of my life. But anyway, I don't know who Clutch was. Never really heard him, and and so they took me to my first Clutch show. So I think I want to say it was 19, okay? And so I couldn't go to any of the shows that were 21 and older, which really bummed them all out because they were all 28, 29. And so, yeah, that was the greatest show of my life, Clutch. I had never heard any of their music, and they played at this really crappy location called Lo-Fi Cafe. And, oh my God, that was the most incredible show I've ever been to. And it was such a crappy spot, serious, for a show like Clutch. And, man, It was so hot. It was so miserably hot. And like they played a 2.5 hour show, I think for like a $20 ticket, something like that. It was crazy. And this was back in like 2001, 2002. No, I'm sorry. That's wrong. I graduated. Like 2004, 2005. So anyway, and they would take like 10-minute breaks and go next door to the strip club and get a beer and then come back and play so hardcore even more. They put their heart and soul into it. Clutch. If I run into another Clutch fan, somebody's wearing a Clutch t-shirt or I'm wearing a Clutch t-shirt and I run into them, we're immediately best friends. Like, we're family. And Clutch back then, like, Clutch is probably still not well known. They only had one song on like the first or second season of Walking Dead, and it was like Regulator, I think, or something. But that's a dope song. Or Ghost. I can't remember. That's a dope song too. But I'd never heard them. They blew my mind. They changed my life. And I've loved them ever since. And my son does too. My son, when he was a little boy, he'd always be like, play the Bing Bang song, and that's like Muchas Veces, you know. I actually can't. No, that wasn't Muchas Veces. Anyway, that was like their bluesy album they did after Katrina. It was dope. And, but yeah, that was the greatest show of my life. It was so hot. But I remember, here's the craziest part. So, well, my favorite part. So, you see this skinny little guy come out on stage, alone. He comes out on stage. He's got this beard, and he's skinny. He was skinny back then. And he had the Mormon missionary white shirt on. With, he may as well have the name tag. And, he just, like, you know, who's this skinny little guy, you know? I don't know this band. And he came out, and he just immediately, like the deepest, longest growl. That's how he started the show. And I was like, oh my God. And then after that, the rest is history. I just raged for like 2.5 hours. 2.5 hour show. It was just them. Just them. And so, one of my other favorite shows, damn. What's the name of that band that came with them? I've met the coolest bands, like that one from England. Oh man, what were they called? I got their t-shirt still. Orange Goblin. They were from England. They were so cool. They were the coolest dudes. And, but no, it's that black guy. No! I love that band. Anyway, yeah. I love that singer. Oh my God, I love his music. Why can't I remember the name of the band? I'm so mad. Anyway, I hate myself right now. But, no, I remember my best mosh pit moment. Because you cannot stop me. And I remember the last show I went to, I was like, I'm too old and, like, I got plantar fasciitis, tendonitis, carpal tunnel, like, I should be responsible and not get in this mosh pit. Yeah, I did. And so, I remember I was moshing. It was so good, just lost in such good music. And I look over to my right, because I got, like, whipped in the face. I look over to my right, and there's this bad-ass black girl. And her braids were whipping everywhere. Like, the smile that girl had on her face, it was huge. Like, that girl, I'll never forget that girl. That girl was living her best life. She was so happy, and I'm sure my face looked the same. I had the stupidest ass happy grin on my face, and that girl and I, we moshed together for the rest of the night. And so that's my little tidbit about Clutch. I love Clutch. I can't even pick a favorite album. I can't even pick a favorite song. I don't know. Texas. I love that song. When he gets in trouble for flirting with the wrong girl in Texas. That's a great song. But I like their songs because they're storytellers. Like the one about making soap back in the day, that's like on their Civil War. It's the Elephant Riders, which I don't know if you know the history about the Elephant Riders. It's pretty cool. I love history. But that album is very good. And Mm. Yeah, they have a song. They have a really hardcore song about making soap. Yeah, it's about a bunch of dudes playing music, burning wood. Cause I don't know, like that's how you like make lye, and I don't know if you've ever made soap. I make soap. My soap is amazing. Mine's made out of beef tallow and sangre de drago and activated charcoal, and with a hint of mira camphora in it. My soap is amazing. And anyway, my husband helped me make it. The lye part's a little scary, but anyway, you get that from Ashwood, and so I love learning how to make stuff like the old ways. Like how did they do that? I find that stuff very interesting in my brain. So I like learning how to make stuff because it's fun. I like knowing stuff because it's interesting. But so yeah, the Elephant Riders, Earth Rocker, Burning. Oh, I actually like Burning Beard was one of the first songs I ever heard. So, but yeah, I love Clutch. I've never met them personally. Oh, and their drummer, one of my favorite drummers of all time. Oh, and the keyboard in their blues album. I can't think of that either. I need to get some sleep. Quit activating my tism of all the things I love in this world. Girl, Rogue. Rogue, Rogue, Rogue. Of course your name's Rogue. God. Girl, quit activating my tism. It's terrible. I'm never going to get anything done. My husband's going to come home and look at me. Look at me sitting here. Near, 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 near. He's going to look at me. Ah, well, maybe that's normal. But he's going to wonder. He's going to come home all tired and dirty and beat up because he works so hard. He works so hard. He's so awesome. Concrete man. But anyway, yeah, that's I'm so mad I can't remember that band. I didn't even know that was a black dude when I first heard it on the radio. No idea. And then I saw like the music video and I was like, "What? That's awesome." That guy live? I'm so mad I can't remember the name of the band. I hate myself. But that they came with Clutch. Oh my god. He was so good live. That guy has my heart. My god, does he have a voice from hell. I hate myself for not remembering his name. I'm sure you all know his name. You're yelling at me right now for not knowing his name. But he's beautiful. He is beautiful in person. His dreads, oh my god. His voice. I'm so mad I can't remember that man's name. Or, like, the band even. I can hear the song. I can hear it. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for work, because what the hell? And I actually have stuff to do this time, of course, so can't, like, so I'll be busy tonight. I'll be a good girl. Love you. Bye.